Hi Kinder Kids. I thought today we could do something a little bit different and do a science experiment. It's really fun, and it's also playing with some of the other activities that we've done before, all about rainbows and exploring colour. Now, the things you're going to need to do this science experiment are 3 glass jars or glasses from your kitchen, and you're also going to need to be able to find a way to change the colour of your water. So I'm lucky because here at Kinder we have lots of food dye. So I've got red, I've got blue, and I've got yellow dye in my glasses. Not everyone might have lots of coloured dyes at home. You might even have 1 or 2 up in your baking cupboard from when you've made cakes or cupcakes before. But I also want to show you some other ways that you can make coloured dyes without needing to go and buy them from the shops. A really good technique is if you've got some old coloured textures and they're kind of dried out, what you can do is take the lids off the textures, put them in a jar like this, and actually put some water in that jar, and the old colour that's still stuck in those textures will make the water change colour. But I would not use this with your new pens, but if you have some old pens that are getting dry, it's a great way to use them up before you put them in the bin. Otherwise, if you've got some paints at home, maybe you could mix up some paints in water to make it different coloured as well. The other thing you're going to need today is just 2, or depending on how many jars you've got, some sheets of paper towel. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be creating a bridge between the glass jars with the paper towel. So what we need to do is to take our paper towel and fold it up to make it into one strip. So I've already folded one. I'm going to fold this one as well. So we're going to fold it up, fold it up, fold it up. You can't see that. It's out of the screen, but there we go. Folded it up and just pushing it down flat. What I'm also going to do is just fold it down a bit, because then I can create that little bit of a teepee or a rainbow shape that we're going to need to put it into the glass jar so that it stands up. I'll just fold my other one as well. So I'll fold that down, pinch it a bit so that it holds its shape. So now I've got these 2 little triangle teepees that I'm going to put into the glass jars. We're going to see what happens when the colour gets sucked up into this paper towel, as we've seen before, but it's going to mix from one colour into another colour into another colour. So I'm going to pop them in very carefully so that the bottom of the tissue is touching the colour. Pop that one in too, and that one's touching as well. I can already see that the colour is starting to get sucked up through there. I actually did one earlier because I'd seen this on the internet, but I'd never done it myself. So I had a bit of a try earlier. So if I move one that's already finished, where you can see it, I have to bring the camera down low, you can actually see that the yellow and the blue have come up and they've joined together and they've made a beautiful line of green. I don't know if you can see that there. Let's have a look on this side. So on this side, we had the red and the blue that have met together, and they've made this really dark purpley colour there. So it might take a few minutes to have all of the colour being sucked up, but you can see here that the yellow is coming up, 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 and the red is all the way up to the side of the jar, and we can see the blue coming up as well. So you can sit and watch that as it kind of grows, because that paper towel and the fibres in the paper towel, they suck up the colour and completely absorb all of the coloured water. So you might like to have a go at that one at home and let me know how you go and what colours you make when you mix different colours together. Pretty cool science experiment, I think. Bye, Kinder Kids.